Okay, so I'm on my... I don't know if it's going to work. We're on full...
Is it showing you a link yet? Because I keep going to your channel, to just the main YouTube page, back and forth, and I mean, I know it usually takes me... Oh, wait, hold on. It's
I think it's
saying...
working.
I don't know. It says it's scheduled for Wednesday at 2 a.m. Set a reminder. That's the option I'm getting. Wait, let me click on it and see what happens. Wait, okay. Live.
Okay, good.
Okay.
All right.
Yay!
Okay, so I'm going to close that. Oh, hi, Manon. Okay, so hello, everyone. We're doing a pour for one of my viewers, Christy. The stream is going to be choppy. I'm sorry. You can catch the replay. It generally comes across 1,000 times better. So hopefully you can hear me and everything's good. So I have this canvas. Now, this canvas has already been varnished with Liquitex gloss varnish. As you can see, it's very shiny. Hopefully you can see that it's shiny. So I mixed up some colors and we're going to see if we can do a pour over that. And my friend Amanda is with me and she's going to be telling me any questions, so you might hear her voice. She's actually with me on Skype. She's going to let me know if there's questions or whatever. So
Hello, artists out there.
I don't know if is there anyone watching?
Manon is watching. It says 9 watching.
Oh,
Let's get
awesome.
some active participants. 10.
All right, so this is a varnished canvas.
Hi, Nancy.
This is a varnished canvas.
Nancy.
Hi, Nancy. A very shiny canvas. Christy asked me, can you do a pour over a canvas that's already been varnished? So that's what we're going to do. And then we're going to do one, so you get 2 pours in one, over a very large canvas. That's why I have all this paint. So I'm just basically, this is like a test canvas. I'm just basically going to add some white paint, which I've already mixed up. This is Glidden Diamond House Paint. So we'll put some white. We'll put a little bit of pink. No, we'll put orange. Orange tends to make better cells. I haven't added anything to any of this paint. And we'll add a little bit of red, which is house paint as well. So the orange will be in between.
That's going to look sharp.
Well, I hope it might just all be red and orange. And we'll add a little bit of yellow. I'm not even going to put anything down on the canvas. I could put white paint down on some of it. But basically, I'm just going to leave it like this, and I'm just going to pour it. And we'll see if it all runs off. It's not pouring medium, it's just varnish. So this is a dirty pour, but it's not a flip cup. So I can control it better. Okay, and obviously that was even probably too much paint just for this itty bitty 5x7 canvas. So I'm just going to cover it, and it looks like it's working, Christy. And I even have cells in there. I don't know if you guys can see those. Right there, some cells. Here are some. There's some in the corner.
You just finished adding the yellow, is what we were just saying.
Okay.
So there's still a bit of a delay. Hello, Ishmael.
But there's going to be but there'll still be a delay on my audio too.
Well, I'm hearing what you're talking about. I'm just not seeing it yet.
Oh, okay. So,
and then when they see it and I comment on it, they won't hear my comment until 30 seconds after they see it, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
no.
I see it on the thing now.
No, they should all get both audios at the same time, unless you're typing on it. So that's my pour over this itty bitty canvas. And if I wanted to, I could add, for effect, just a little bit of white right here. We'll see how well the white house paint covers. So I want to say hello to everyone that's watching. I'm just going to clean up the edge some a little bit. This was basically a test to see, can you pour over a pre-varnished canvas? And I'm going to say yes, I'm not having any issues so far. No issues.
And Nancy says she can hear this time, no buffering.
Well,
I see a little bit of buffering, but I mean, compared to what it was,
okay, well, I did
barely anything.
Okay, I set up the stream totally different, and guess what? We are streaming in full 1080. We are streaming in HD, so that is awesome. So I'm just going to touch up that part. Okay, I like these colors, and I hardly added all my, I mean, I have a whole bunch more down here I could have added. So we're going to leave it like this. I kind of like that. I feel like this canvas was drastically improved, and I'm going to hold it up. Now the autofocus is not on because I know you guys don't like this. I don't like it either when I watch back. So, very carefully, I don't know if you can see cells in the red and the orange. That orange likes to cell up really well. Can you see that? I don't even know if you have the canvas.
You're just touching up the white at the bottom now.
Okay. So
is the blue going to come through? Is that the cells we're seeing?
No. There's orange and red and yellow making cells in there. I'll post a picture of the dried painting on my Facebook artist page, Sarah Fezio Artist on Facebook. All right, now I need to move this one out of the way and wipe my hands because I rubbed them together. There's no pouring medium, there's no dimethicone, there's nothing in there, there's no silicone, just paint and water. So I have to find some place to put it. Luckily I have a huge piece of plastic sheeting and 2 awesome styrofoam blocks to set it on. So I'm just gonna come over here.
I see a few cells, and just those bit to comment, Rhonda says, what are cells?
Cells are, that's an excellent question. So can you see, could you see it when I held it up really high?
I could only see a few, but
okay,
try it
so
again.
Cells are right here where my thumb is. It's where little circles appear in the paint layers so that it opens up and you can see the color underneath. I don't have any canvases in the room with cells on it, or I would show you guys. Well,
and Perry Lynn wants to know what brands of paint you're using as well. So
okay.
While you're explaining the cells.
Okay, I'll show you guys. I have to move some stuff around. So, because the next canvas we're going to do is really large. So hold on. I am using 2 kinds of paint. I am using Artist Loft, which is like the store brand of paint. So I'm using store brand paint, and I am using house paint. And actually, someone asked me what house paint was. I guess they may call it something different in another country. House paint is the stuff you use to paint the walls in your house. It's not something you would buy for an artist, right? And it is actually the red and the white, or the red and the white are house paint. They have some primer.
And it's for the inside of your house. It's
yes.
Nothing special you get for weather protection or anything, just normal inside.
Yes, but there's only one brand that you can use, and that's Glidden Diamond, and they sell it at Home Depot, as my granddad calls it, Home Depot, or Home Depot, whatever you
spell
prefer.
that, and I'll put it in chat.
The paint?
If you know how.
Home Depot or the paint?
No, what is it, Glidex?
Glidden.
No.
Glidden. Here is,
Glidden.
uh-huh,
Glidden house paint.
Glidden Diamond.
Glidden diamond.
Yes.
House paint.
You can buy a sample for $3, but you have to get the black label diamond, okay? And it only comes in eggshell finish in the sample, but they have other finishes as well, like semi-matte and flat. And I thought, what's the difference between eggshell and flat? Because I don't really paint on the inside of a house. But boy, that flat was really flat, and that I like the eggshell finish just fine. So let me get the other canvas up here. I don't like this canvas.
Well, you're very critical. You're an artist.
No, it's too red. I tried to fix it.
Well, not for people that like red.
No, there's not enough variation. So we're just going to do a pour over this one. And this canvas, what happened was I used dimethicone in it. And when you use dimethicone, which you can buy on Amazon, it's also in personal lubricants. Check the ingredients. It's in hair products. It's a type of silicone. It just has a different chemical composition. So this canvas that I did, I used dimethicone. And basically anywhere you see these white spots or the yellow spots or the purple here, that's where all the paint pulled away and left a hole on my canvas. Okay. So I'm just going to do a pour over this. If this color shows through, I'm fine with that. I don't really like it. I mean, I feel it could be even better. Now, artists are very critical of themselves. And when we say we don't like it, it could look absolutely perfect. It just doesn't look like how we want it to look. So hopefully I answered everyone's question. Did I answer the question?
Well, Rhonda says that it buffered a little when you were talking about the cells.
I'm okay with, I know a little buffer's bad, but if you had seen live the other two streams I did, a little buffer, we have made a ton of progress. We seriously have. Okay, so
stay tuned, guys. Things are going to get better.
Yes,
and hopefully when you watch it back, it should smooth out. It should smooth out a little after this too, but massive improvement. Yeah.
Okay, so I had another thing of white.
And hi, Chris.
Hi, Chris. Okay, is that Clerkster?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I lost my white paint I had. How can I lose? Okay, here it is.
Are we going to be able, the other canvas you did, are we going to be able to see any of that blue? Like this one, are we going to be able to see any red?
I don't know if you're going to see the blue on the other one. I don't know. That's part of the reason why she asked me, she wanted to know, can you pour over it? So this is just my house paint. I actually bought a gallon. It's like $25 a gallon. And it's so much easier to pour out of this. So I basically subdivided it into these little, well, I think they're drink shakers, Merry and Bright. They were at Walmart for 50 cents on clearance, like a couple months ago. So I always check the clearance aisle because you never know what you're going to need. Like I plan on doing a 24 by 36 canvas soon. And I needed something to raise it up off the ground. It will not fit on my table here. So I do have another camera that I'm going to try out tomorrow. I keep having to order cables. And so that's my house paint in there. So I'm going to try out another camera. And I lost my train of thought. I'm trying to do too many things at once. Oh, at Walmart, I know what I was going to say. At Walmart, I needed to do a 24 by 36 canvas, and I needed something to rest it on. Well, I need something the same height, 3 things, because it's got a support bar built into the canvas. But I saw they had packing materials, packing boxes on sale for 75 cents. For a 16 by 16 box. I said, I think I can tape those up, and I'll just set the canvas on top of that. So I'm going to add even more white paint. One of the tricks of being successful at this is you need to make sure you have a lot of paint. So this is already very runny, and I'm just adding a little bit of water to make it flow more easily on my canvas. I am slightly concerned it will craze because it already has paint on it. And acrylic polymers like to stick to other acrylic polymers. So on this one, I'm going to add some GAC 800, which apparently they have new packaging, or I have old packaging, either way, one or the other. So I'm going to squirt some of that into that color. I have yellow, I have deep magenta. Okay, so the Artist Loft colors. I have brilliant yellow, brilliant yellow. I wanted a regular yellow, but I didn't have one. Well, I had one, but I'm planning on doing it, using it on another painting. So brilliant yellow. Light magenta. I have deep magenta. And I'm always asked, what is the consistency of your paint? And this is the consistency right here. You'll see that in a... So, there you go. So, deep magenta. I have orange. Just regular orange is what it was called, orange. They have other ones like a real pretty red orange, but it's just basic orange. So I have GAC 800, deep magenta, light magenta, yellow, orange, red house paint. I'm going to add some in that too. And what I'm thinking maybe with this canvas is I've got something called golden tar gel, which is like a string gel that you can do strings with. And I'm thinking after this painting dries, I might do strings of green and blue on top of it. Okay, so we're going to do 2 pours, one here, one here. And did I get all my colors? I have what's left from the first pour, and I'm just going to dump some white in there. I want to use a lot of paint, and I'm just going to dump the rest of the first pour in there. So I don't want to waste anything. Set that upside down so it'll drain onto the canvas. Now I have to stir this one. And I want to say hello to everyone that's watching. If you're a new viewer, that's awesome. Welcome. Make sure you hit subscribe so you can see more live streams. This one seems to be going better than my previous live streams, so that's awesome. This was for Christy. Christy asked to see if I could do a pour over a varnished canvas, and we already did that. It was a little one. And now we want to know, can we pour over just a regular painted canvas? Like I said, I added GAC 800 to this one because I'm concerned it will craze because paint likes to stick to each other. Now, in this one,
we actually do have another question.
what's that?
We have another question from Teresa in California.
Hi, Teresa.
She's a new artist and doesn't seem to be getting as many cells as you are. What is she doing wrong?
It can be a variety of things, and I don't get cells every time. We may do this pour and not get one cell. It has to do, I think, my success has to do with the mixture of the house paint and the Artist Loft paint. None of this is professional level paint, but it's going to be varnished, so I don't ever need to worry. It's going to be sealed, so I don't need to worry about anything coming off, crazing, or paint cracking and peeling off. Oh,
Yeah, she said she's used Artist Loft and the next one up from that.
the Winsor and Newton,
So I don't-
probably. Or Liquitex Basics, but probably Winsor and Newton. I'm not sure. So it can be in the consistency of your paint. So let me just show you.
Yeah, she said, is it not thin enough?
Okay.
That might be a possibility.
All right. Could you see how thin the paint was when I did it before?
Yes. Well, viewers, could you?
Okay, so hold on. Can you see it just running off? I can see it when I'm looking over there. So you guys should be able to see. This is the house paint. This is how thin it is. Someone said it's like pancake batter, but you know what? I never cook pancakes and I don't like to cook. So I wouldn't know. So this is house paint.
Well, we're watching you pouring red in right now. So see that consistency, guys?
Yeah, but
My pancake batter would
okay.
be thicker than that, but whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Where's Jello when you need him?
Oh, yeah, he likes pancakes. We have a
Yeah.
friend. Okay, so here is, okay, red, pink, white, yellow. I can add, I don't want to add yellow to the one with the magentas because then it might turn brown. So I'm not doing that. Or orange, but I'll add these colors separate. So you should by now hopefully be seeing the red house paint. This dark color that I'm doing is the Artist Loft paint. And let me look at the screen. Yeah, you can see that. You can see it streaming off the stick. So I'm trying to think what it's like. Maybe, I don't know, like runny nail polish maybe? I'm not sure. In a minute, once we're done, I'll mix up some. I'll show you how to actually mix it. Okay, so in this one I have red. Now I'm going to add light purple. Also, pour from high up if you can. So I'm like 18 inches above. So I've got red, purple. This is going to sound really weird, but it should sound like someone's going to the bathroom when you're pouring it in there. It should make that sound when it hits the rest of it. Okay, so here's more white paint I'm going to add. Don't laugh, because that's actually something every human being should understand. That's what
Well, when you hesitated, I'm like, oh my God, are we going to an 18+ live stream here or what? But
absolutely
the sound of
not.
peeing is not bad. The sound of peeing is a good analogy. Sarah's also a teacher, for those that don't know.
Yes, so yeah, we have to keep it clean in my chat and when we're
It's
watching.
a nice analogy. Yeah.
Yes, I thought that would work. Okay, so I've got pink and purple in this cup. I still have all this paint left. Oh my gosh. So we're just going to keep pouring. More white. Oh, this is gorgeous. I think you can see, I hope you can see that if I hold it right up there. I know y'all are going to be able to see that. In just a minute, you'll see the two magentas and the white and the red house paint cup. Because I know there's a delay. And then this is the cup with the orange and the yellow.
We're seeing you, well, 30 seconds ago, what I'm seeing now is you pouring the magenta into the cup on the left. We have another newbie, Nan from New York.
Hi, Nan.
Was the GS something Sarah was squirting into the paints, and what was it for?
Okay, so this is GAC 800. It is for low crazing extender for pouring acrylic colors. This bottle, give me 1 second. I'm going to show you what Glidden has done. And this is actually absolutely amazing. Hold on 1 second.
Okay. While you're getting that, Fran also says that magenta and yellow make a beautiful orange. Thanks, Fran. Welcome.
All right. I think that what I was shipped, because that's a new bottle. This is the old bottle, okay? There's new packaging. The old bottle, the description on the front says, useful for thin, pourable paint applications. Increases adhesion of paints to chalky surfaces. So you know what this tells me? This tells me that Glidden Artist Colors, or Glidden as it's referred to, listened to its customers, paid attention to modern trends, and changed their labeling to say low crazing extender for pouring acrylic colors. So they actually have this as an extender. Now, the instructions still say 9 parts of GAC 800 to 1 part Glidden fluid acrylic color. You're supposed to, but you can mix it with other acrylic gels. 9 parts of GAC 800 is going to give you hardly any pigment. Maybe if you were adding it to an ink, like, or a fluid or a high flow like this, you could use this as a medium to pour if you needed to. Here, I'm basically adding it so it doesn't crack or craze, but you could actually pour with it if you needed to. Like if you're using a Glidden fluid or a Glidden high flow acrylic, which is super thin, literally like ink. Okay, so I added it to my colors mainly because I'm concerned that I'm painting on a used canvas. And I didn't gesso or varnish it or anything. This is just a used canvas. And I painted earlier and there's something, hold on. There's some old paint on there. I don't want that on there. I'm okay with white being on there, but not dark gray blue. Okay. So let's continue. Are there more questions before we...
Jay likes the painting that the cups are sitting on. Ha.
Jay, you might have missed the part where I said every artist is different, and this, I needed to paint over one, and this was the one I picked because if you saw what I did earlier, and I'll show you at the end, it's still wet, obviously. If you saw the one I did earlier, it looked okay at first, but I feel like it was 1,000 times improved. So I still have paint left, so I want to make sure I have plenty of paint. So I'm just going to mix up another cup. We're almost out of white, but white is easily mixable. That's where that's good. More orange, and I'm pouring, I'll do it over here to the side, from really high up. The orange, Artist Loft orange, and the white house paint lends itself to cell action. It just likes to. If you absolutely want cells, what you can do is add silicone or dimethicone, but here's the warning. You don't have to torch it, and it's definitely not going to be archival. It's going to be harder to varnish or seal. I've heard different methods like wiping it with acetone or alcohol to get the silicone or dimethicone off of your painting. Because if that's still on there and you go to varnish or resin, even if you use resin, it won't actually seal it. It'll make pits in the resin or like bubbles in the varnish. Holes in the varnish is probably the best way to explain that. So here's house paint. This is red, purple, and orange. I mixed up so much paint here. Let me see. So did you see the purple, the cups when I held them up?
I'm watching you pouring something. I think I guess is what you're calling purple. Because, well, what's the pink? Is that the magenta?
There's a lighter pink and a darker pink.
Okay, the darker pink is what I just saw you pouring.
Yeah.
I'm just not sure the actual... Yeah.
So my paint was still wet from some other pours I did earlier. Should we do a flip cup? What does everyone say? Should we do a flip cup or should we just pour? Let me know what they say.
Okay, gotta give us like 30 seconds.
I know. I'll wait 30
Flip
seconds.
cup or pour?
Flip cup, where I turn the cup over on the canvas. I'm going all out. My nice little tray that I recently cleaned is just going to have stuff everywhere.
Can't you flip 2 cups and pour one kind of in and around?
I might just pour. I might shake and pour.
Ooh.
I like that shake and pour thing. Okay, I'm pretty much out of paint. So all the paint, there's a little bit of paint left, but not much. So most of my paint's in my cups. I'm just going to wipe some of this off. I don't want it to dry too fast. All this is what leaked out of that one cup that from the first pour from the other canvas. All right.
Jay says one of each. Fran says flip. It's gotta be so relaxing. I can see why you want to do this all day, every day.
There's that one. Okay, but it's all white. There's like none of that paint is seeking to the bottom. So this one has yellow. This one's going to be darker because I don't think I put any orange in this one. This one should be, you know what? We could try to
I so lost track of what you put in what cup.
Yeah, it's easy to do. That's another reason I record it. Okay, so let me add more magenta in this one. And you're like, what is she doing? Okay, so now...
Because why not?
Well, I have so much paint. I could probably...
Do you have more canvases? Yeah. We might get a second canvas, guys. Well, technically a third canvas because he had that little blue one earlier.
Yeah, little blue one. Hold on. Okay.
Wow.
Excuse me for going on the camera here. What do I have without letting anything fall and knock over my cups, which did happen the other night. I have a 12 by 16. Just in case. Let me get it ready. This is another trick. You
Just
never
in
know.
case, let me get it ready. I love it.
I could do 2 of these cups. We'll flip 2, and I'll reserve 1 in case I end up doing a third canvas. You never know. All right.
Okay, Clerkster has an idea.
What is Clerkster's
The
idea?
Ron flick. The Ron flick.
What is
Flip over and flick at a 45-degree angle when lifting.
I don't understand. Do you understand what he's saying? Oh, you mean like pour it like this?
Oh, I don't know. I can't see yet. I'll tell you in 30 seconds.
I'm not sure. I don't understand what he's saying. Okay, there's that cup. This is what I'm thinking. 1 cup needs to be reserved for another canvas. And the 1 cup that has yellow in it, I'm going to not put yellow on here because I did 2 pours before. Yellow was in 1 cup, 1 was in the other side, had no yellow. The one I'll do last is going to be the yellow. just in case it ends up going on canvas number 3. So, what I can do is pour this one kind of across. I can just pour it across. I'm pretty sure there's going to be enough paint to just... If I pour,
throw it.
I'm thinking, no,
throw it.
No, no. I mean, my plastic only goes up like 6 inches, like not that high. It's already on my blackout blinds. If I put one up here and I put one here and just poured it all the way across, then I'll just tilt it one way. I think that's what we'll do. That is what we're going to do. So, no flip cup, but I think I have enough paint to do 3. And I have plenty of cell action. So, this is going to be the one here. Are you guys ready?
Everyone's saying throw it. We think you should hang it up on the wall like a dartboard.
No, that's not going to happen.
Water balloons filled with paint.
Okay, I'm going.
The suspense is killing Jay. Do it.
Jay? Hold on.
Gonna have fun with water marble painting.
Awesome.
Clerkster is ready. Is everyone ready?
They're ready. They're ready. Okay,
the fun part.
Here I go. Okay, so this one is going to go across the top. It's all red. There's no white paint.
Okay.
That's not good.
Right now I'm seeing you holding up the cup with the magentas and pinks and white and stuff. It looks like it sells, but I don't know. I don't really know what I'm talking about, but are there cells already in the cups before you flip them?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm getting this.
Oh, it looks bad. Okay, it's going to be tipped towards away from me. And y'all will know why in a minute.
I see you gearing up.
No,
here we go.
It's all red. You can't even see anything, guys. I gotta add some white in there or something, because that's just not...
Well, I was thinking the colors were going to be similar. I see you filling in the top with the first cup here.
Yeah, it's all red. It's all red.
Well, it's turning orange at the bottom as it goes.
Yes, too much red. Too much. Okay, here's
but
the
is it not
one.
going to layer on top of that, or like not bleed through, but because the bottom's dry, but like when the cells show, no, still too similar.
Okay, hold on. I'm concentrating. I just did the second pour.
I'm waiting for it.
And now I'm going to tilt.
Oh.
What?
No, I'm saying, okay, you added a bit of white. No, I'm just waiting. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm adding more white. A little more. Because I don't have much more.
Okay, here, just dump the bottom cup. Ooh, I like those pinks and white.
Yeah.
I'm not a pink person. I'm really not a pink person, but that's really, really pretty.
Well, it's all going to run that way. It'll be more marbled. Yeah, I'm really glad I reserved the other cup. And you know why?
Why?
Because, and I'm just adding some more water to white paint, which my water is now... That's looking like paper marbling because the paint just won't be pure white. There's cells forming in that.
It looks like tasty berry yogurt. I know, right, Chris? Holy cow. Maybe that's why it's so appealing. Maybe subconsciously I'm thinking like strawberry yogurt.
I don't know, but I'm going to add some more strips of white across. The white's very runny. I just want to make sure...
Did I just see you pour white paint on the plastic?
Yes. No, it was water. I added too much water.
Oh. Sorry, I know. I'm a little behind. And ahead at the same time.
Yes, you are. Okay, here we go. I'm going to tilt away from me. Because I want some of that red to run off. There's plenty of paint on the canvas. Okay. I like that 1,000 times better.
I see a little white. I see more white. See, I mean, like, even that, like, what I'm watching right now, you're just lightly adding white to the bottom. Like, the precision is mental. I would have white
I'm not
all
that
over
good.
the bloody place. No, but I mean, it's just like the paint goes in such a thin little line exactly where you want it. And it's like, you may as well be holding a pencil to a paper. Like, it's going exactly where you want it, and you don't even know the mess. You don't even know the mess that I would be making. Look, you're starting to smear it all over now.
Yeah, I'm tilting.
That's gorgeous, dude.
Okay, so what I just did was I took the rest of the red paint. So this is why you always want to reserve some, not a lot, just a little bit. And I now added red to the other end. So now it looks kind of like the purples in the middle, which it looks a lot better, I think, than it did before. So I know someone else liked the other painting, but I still think it looks better, in my opinion. Okay, so I'm just going to do another little tilt.
Jay says that it looks like his vital signs.
Kind of.
Nancy likes it. Ishmael loves it. I think a lot of people are really liking that pink too, or the magenta. Or...
The magenta in the middle is looking really nice. And I'm just going to add a little white paint on the corner. There is one part that doesn't have any color on the left side. So I'm just going to add a little more paint right there.
Freaking awesome, Sarah.
It's going
Says
to drip.
Jay.
Sorry
Nan says, oh, I like that a lot.
Sorry if my head's in the shot. Okay, so here we go. Now, the thing is, the side's already painted because there was a painting on there before. I made sure everything was filled on the side. So, how... I'm just taking care of one side. Remember, there is a painting underneath. And it is dripping. But I totally... Okay. So, who said... Can you get cells? Or are we going to get cells or whatever? We did get cells. Some of the cells didn't stick because I tilted it. Some cells may continue to form. All of these cells in the light, these are cells in the light purple. I did not add any. There are cells in this ribbon right here. And I bet, and there's cells up here. This is also a very important tip, guys. When you hold your hands with dirty gloves over your canvas, you run the risk of a huge paint drip in the middle of it. But also, you can have a rip in your glove. That doesn't help either. Okay, so this was canvas number 2. And I added the GAC 800, so hopefully it won't craze or crack. And now I need to set this painting to the side somehow. Okay, Amanda?
Yes.
While I am moving this, why don't you talk, ask them if they have any other questions or what their favorite videos were of mine or something like that. Because I can't leave this here because I can't pour. I'm so tempted to just torch right there and see if I get more red cells. I'm going to do it.
Don't let us talk you into it or anything.
Okay, here we go. Just real quick.
Don't stop her, folks. She's got a torch. Oh, look at that hand. Oh, I just saw your destroyed glove, dude.
Yeah. No, not really. It just added white spots. I don't like white spots that much. It's okay. All right, no more torching.
Listen. Is there not a way, and maybe, maybe Clerkster would know. There used to be a way you could do video responses to videos on YouTube. I know only mods can set links in chat, but like if I was to paint a picture and I wanted to send you a picture, could I not put that in your comments and your response? Because Teresa said that she did a dark blue, teal, light blue, white, and gold and came out so cool.
Awesome.
So I'm wondering if people try your techniques and either just take a picture of the end result or film it, can they post to your channel as a response to a video?
No, but they can put it on my Facebook.
Oh, Sarah Fezio Artist.
On Facebook. Okay,
it's on
so
Facebook.
Here's the first
Sarah,
one.
Wait. Plug. Sarah has an H at the end of her name. It's Sarah Fezio. Debated. Fezio, depending on where you are. Artist.
Yes.
On Facebook.
That's the first one with yellow, red, orange, and white. Okay, so I'm moving it back to where I had it. I dropped the mic, guys. And well, actually, the mic came unpinned. All right. Now, the key is I need to find something to set this other one on. So at least temporarily. And there's one block. I thought I had another block. I have a cup of paint spilled back there. Some paint spilled. Okay. In just a minute and we'll do the next one. Okay. Foam block.
I just said the little one. You just showed the little one you're going to do next.
Awesome. Do we have a lot of people watching?
19.
Oh.
There's 19 watching, yet only 10 thumbs up.
Aww.
Subliminal
okay.
suggestion. Let's see what happens.
You think they'll take it? Okay.
Oh, wait. The helper's voice is much louder than Sarah's. Can you... Oh, and you have paint all over your gloves.
No, I got him. It's okay. I'll fix it. Hold on.
I think you have to adjust that on OBS, because mine's pretty low on my computer. Thank you, Thea.
Hold on. I'm making room for this painting that I'm fixing to put here on the drying area to the side. Apparently, I got the little one into a blanket I have hanging here. Okay. Is that better?
You sound a little loud. Keep talking.
Okay, so...
No, okay, you're good.
Okay, I'm good because you're listening to me on Skype, but just like your audio on your stream, Amanda has a channel too, guys.
Thank you. Shameless plug.
She did a stream and I was really loud and she was very soft. So I don't know what the deal is with that. Hold on, let me move this one.
It's deceiving. It doesn't look right because on my OBS which is the streaming software that Sarah and I are using for our streams.
Yeah.
There's like, if I'm talking, I have my own audio, and if I have a friend joining me on Skype, they have their audio. Both look like it's maxed.
Yes, it does.
But for some reason, you have to adjust them so when you're talking, like you'll see your voice meter go up, and there's a certain point it can go to, and you have to kind of adjust that. I found Clerkster was awesome. I had to, well, didn't have to, but I did take off for a season finale earlier. And when I came back, he was playing music in the background, but it seemed a little touch too loud for him. But that was on my end. Who knows what other people hear?
Okay, what I can do is actually lower Amanda. Is that what needs to happen, or do I need to be...
Yes. Surprise, surprise. I'm sorry, guys. And especially when I get excited. I talk so loud. I don't mean to scream at people. I really don't. I'm very nice.
Okay, so
I'm
maybe
just
that's
loud.
better. All right, here we go. You can see...
Thea, let us know.
Oh, look at all the red paint that ran off. I've been into Walmart so many times, y'all, in the last few days. I don't like to waste. So, in the cooking section for like $2 or $3, you can get these nifty scoops. And why am I scooping up this paint? In case I actually don't have enough color for this canvas. So I'm just going to recycle some. Like so.
And Thea just wants to say it's very generous of you to be sharing your knowledge.
Thank you.
Which I've said all along. People enjoy doing things like this. It's relaxing, it's expressive, and they don't know where to start. YouTube is such a great resource for tutorials and stuff, and then when you do the live streams, they have direct access to an expert. People are getting their questions answered here and now, and this stream right now, what happens when can you do a pour over a varnish? I don't know. Let's see.
Okay, so...
brilliant. We appreciate you, Sarah.
Okay, so I don't think I can zoom in quite that much, so here we go. I've zoomed in some. Hold on, I know it's blurry. I just need to focus the camera somewhat. Okay, there. All right.
Oh.
I used 3 different size canvases.
I see a white canvas. What happened to the little one with the orange?
Oh, I already showed it, but now we're going to do another one. We're going to do the rest.
Okay, so what's on that? Anything? No paint, no water?
There's nothing.
No...
This is just a plain
nothing.
canvas. I'm just setting my cup on there to get some red paint on there. Let's see what else I have. I'm not sure I'm going to have enough on this canvas, honestly. So anything I do have left with this is basically red. I'm just going to run that around the edge. That'll probably run off. I have some purple. I'll wait till the end. I have some white. But we're going to do a dirty pour on this one. And a dirty pour flip cup. So, what do you do when you already have paint on your canvas and you can't just flip it? You go for the aluminum foil. And you take your cup that you have that has been sitting there for a while and you cover your cup with aluminum foil. Cover your cup with aluminum foil like that. Sorry, I have to lean over the table almost to be on the camera, under the camera. And then I think this also, if the person that had the question about creating cells is still there. Okay, I think this is key. When I flip it, this is where you have to be careful, because one time I flipped it and it all leaked out and I'm like, oh well, so much for flipping. The key is, I think, also, when I do this, I'm going to fling the cup. So I'm going to go like that. Oh, it spilt. I squeezed too hard. That's okay.
And that's why Sarah's the best artist. No matter what happens, that's okay.
It's okay. It's
That's
on the
okay. We'll
canvas.
fix
It's
it.
on the
Yeah.
canvas. Okay. No, no. This happened because all you guys watching were like, throw the paint.
Hold on, wait. I think I'm about to see it. Hold on. I see the cup. I see you tightening it. Wait.
Flip it. Flip it.
This is why I like being on Skype. I get a warning. So if something happens, I know to start paying attention. Okay, I see you bouncing it around.
Yeah, I shouldn't have
Oh,
bounced it.
oh, dude. Oh, no. That's okay.
I think some people were telling me to fling the paint earlier, weren't you?
I bet they loved it.
I bet they did, too. Okay.
I loved it, dude.
Well, I haven't
I mean, it's unfortunate, but I mean, at least it's not all over the carpet in the background. I mean, it's not all over your walls. Oh, I see some on your arm.
Oh, well, that's okay. So this one also has cells. This was definitely plenty of paint to do this canvas. And I'm just tilting it all over. I'll probably end up with a solid orange canvas. Oh no, the part I want is up at the top. Come on. Oh yeah. But guess what? There's one part that needs to have paint on it that doesn't. Darn it.
You just lifted it now, okay.
Okay, there's definite cells in this too. Again, no silicone or anything added. Tell me when you get to the point where oh, there's two spots where the canvas isn't covered. Okay.
You're just covering the top left and I'm already seeing cells.
Yeah.
I feel so cultured being able to say that. Like, I didn't know what a cell was a few weeks ago, and I couldn't explain it to someone, even though I've heard you explain it, like, I don't know how many times. Like, every stream, I think I ask you, because...
What's a cell?
I don't know.
Okay, so...
Well, I mean, I still don't really get it, because, I mean, sometimes you have to add fire, sometimes you have to add a certain thing, sometimes you get them naturally, and then sometimes you can't get them no matter how hard you try. So, I mean...
I really think what makes the cells form in this case is the combination of house paint and artist loft paint. I honestly think...
That's so gorgeous. I love this picture.
Okay, I already have a name.
Y'all know that has something to do with a desert or a sunset?
No. Close. I think this one's going to be called Jupiter.
Ooh.
Don't y'all think?
Give them 30 seconds, we'll see.
They might be like, no, not Jupiter. Oh, yeah. Are there any questions?
I need a swimming pool tarp to do this, and I agree. But I was going to mention before, there are a few newcomers here. Check out some of Sarah's other videos, because one of them, she had... Okay, you guys see under the canvas that she has these two, these pillar kind of things?
Oh,
she had, styrofoam, and it was floating in, a vat of water. So, the picture was, the paint was constantly moving on the canvas, and she was just sitting back watching. She physically picks it up in these ones. It was the water was doing it. It was cool checking it out.
But okay, yeah. I'm glad you brought
that
up.
I would never even consider that, dude. That's why these videos are so good, because, I mean, I don't know. Okay. I've never thought of pouring paint on a canvas either. Other than a paintbrush, I don't know. I'm not creative.
I'm just gonna say that I think out of all three that I did, I don't know, I like them all. I definitely like both repours. I like this one the best. So y'all in the comments below, Tell me, which one do you like? Do you like number 3 the best, which is the one you're seeing right now, number 3? Or do you like the large one that's 12 by 24 inches? Or do you like the itty bitty one, which I can no longer reach? So, which one do you like best? The first one, which was 5 by 7, the second one, which was 12 by 24, or this one, which is 12 by 16. And this will probably look really sharp in a white frame. And I probably could have done an 8 by 10 as well.
Okay, and while you give them time to answer that, Thea says, why do you say to use specifically Glidden Diamond? Have you tried others?
Okay, here's the thing about Glidden Diamond.
Sorry.
That's okay. House paint comes in acrylic or latex, or a combination. Artist paint is acrylic. There's no, let me see, I got a jar right here. I only have sample. I do have a big jar of the Glidden Diamond, but so here's some black Artist Loft. It comes in tubes like this that are hanging if you go to Michael's. It's basically academic level. It can't be so heavy body like a Liquitex heavy body or a Golden Professional. Okay? It has to be smoother and creamier and easier to add water to, because I'm basically just adding paint and water. Okay? Now, on the back, of course, it does not have ingredients on here, I don't think. It's not the same thing as latex paint. Let me see if it's on the bigger one. It's fast drying, water-based, and extremely versatile. Ideal for use with many techniques on a variety of surfaces. That's all it says on the back. It's an acrylic emulsion. So there's no latex in this paint, I think. It's not the same as latex house paint. I'm sure if there was latex in it, I'd probably not be able to do it, because my hands burn even when I put a Band-Aid on. So this is water-based acrylic paint. House paint, you know, if you go in and you're looking, you want something durable, you want something you can clean off, it is latex or acrylic or some sort of combination, apparently. I don't buy house paint a lot. I just know that if you purchase this one on the large gallon size, okay, there's not enough room on the little sample, it is 100% acrylic. So this is base 3. And let me see. Let's get painting, guaranteed results. I looked at base 1 somewhere on here. I'm getting old. I can't see as well. Let's see. If experiencing first aid if swallowed, contains. This is base 3. Now I use base 1 as a white. This contains water, acrylic resin, kaolin, something I can't pronounce. But base 1, if you get a base 1 color, it has like pumice, resin, acrylic polymer, and pigment. So I had them mix this, but base 1 says something different than base 3. I don't know if I have a base 1 handy. Base 1 is the lightest. If you want, I have a whole nother thing of white paint here. Oops. This one, I have another one. They're all base 3. I tend to like the darker colors. So it's not the same. So those other house paints have latex in them. You cannot mix it with the artist products. Any of them, like the polymer mediums, the gels, the GAC 800. It's not going to work with that because it's got latex in it. It's a latex paint. This is acrylic water-based paint. So there's a difference. I'm not a house paint specialist, but I can research it and I'll find the answer out and I'll put it in the comments or in the descriptions, the difference between latex house paint and acrylic house paint. But Glidden Diamond is the only one that you can use. It's almost like using a craft paint. So instead of Artist Loft, you know, there's a whole other aisle where they have craft paints. It's almost like using a craft paint, but instead of small little bottles, you're using a thicker with primer paint from Home Depot, or they don't sell it at Lowe's, so Home Depot or Home Depot. Hopefully that answers your question.
We have another question from Lee.
Hi, Lee.
What's the big deal with getting cells? Which is a good question. We get so many questions about cells. Why is it important? Is it just artist preference? Is it?
It's just a lot of people want to try to get them. And they'll get them by adding silicone or dimethicone, which you can do. It still doesn't 100% guarantee cells. And then torching it. And some people have asked what my torch is that I like to use. I like to use a Scripto wind-resistant lighter. My grandfather told me about these. You buy them at Walmart. There's a 2-pack by the register for $5. And you can also buy them single pack in the barbecue section for like $3. So if you need a long handled lighter, and the flame, which I'm not going to torch this, looks like this. So it's kind of like a Zippo lighter or a creme brulee torch, but it doesn't have as much propane or butane in it. It's not refillable. And it's pretty interesting because you can see the painting changing as we're talking. But yeah, so it's not a huge deal. You don't have to have them. It's just something that if you want to have that effect, so it's not just solid color like the one I poured over earlier, the 12 by 24. I didn't really like that. I felt it was all red. I want at least some color in there. So it just adds some variety. You can add oxgal that helps your paint get a marbling effect. The more you turn it, also, if you turn it back and forth, you'll tend to get a marbling effect. If you just turn it like I did, then I just wanted to spread the canvas. But what happens is the more paint that falls off, the thinner the paint gets. And when it gets thinner on your canvas, to get cells without any additive, when the thinner it gets, the white spreads out and then it sinks and the paint interacts. So even as I'm sitting here watching, I'm seeing other stuff form over here. My white is house paint. It's heavier because it has a primer in it. It is going to tend to sink. The orange is going to come through. All these cells are forming. So it's like a skill, I guess. If you were using a brush, it would be like, I'm really good at blending. Oh, well, I can make cells. Are you good at blending every time? Well, no, not always. But are you good at making cells? Well, not always, but in this case, it turned out beautifully. More questions? Any other questions?
Yeah, well, I think that one was the last one. Well, for now anyway. No, so it's just a desired effect.
It's like a desired effect.
That is a good question. Yeah.
And you also want to pay attention when you're putting your colors in. Like I purposely didn't add yellow to my magentas because the yellow and the purple are opposites on, or complementary colors, opposites on the color wheel, and they will turn brown. So I don't have any brown, although sometimes I would want that, but in this case I didn't. So I have this nice ribbon kind of look here. I like that. And I like the interest. It's like there's a spot here. I really think this one's going to be called Jupiter. And I don't know how well you can tell. It looks like it's showing up pretty good on the screen, Let me see if I'm going to turn off autofocus real quick, and I'm going to, oh, you can see that real well, except there's a glare. There you go. That's what it looks like.
Okay.
And it tends to, the artist loft tends to dry a little bit darker, and the house paint doesn't. The house paint pretty much dries true to color. Maybe just a titch darker, but not much.
Jay has a recommendation for you, but I think I already know the answer to it. He says, recommendation, in description title, list all the items you'll be using for that video. Too hard to remember while watching the video.
Oh,
I don't think Sarah knows what color she's going to use until she pours them in the cup, but that's just a guess.
you mean in the description?
Yeah.
Oh, normally on the other videos, it's all in the description. But since we're doing this live, you never know what you're going to end up using. So I will be updating that.
Yeah,
So,
that's what
yeah.
I figured. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it was just going to be doing one test for Christy in Belgium, and now we got 3 for the price of 1. Yay!
Yeah, you did. And it seems like when I do oh, I painted 3 little red, white, blue, and black paintings earlier. So that would be a total of 6 paintings a day. Believe it or not, it doesn't look like it's mentally taxing, but you're concentrating because depending on what your pour looks like, whether you're doing a dirty pour or a flip cup or whatever, you may actually have to work the painting. In this case, all I did was the paint went everywhere because y'all said y'all wanted to see me throw it, and the paint went everywhere, and then I tilted it, and I'm happy. I just touched up a little bit in spots where there was no paint. And even there was so much paint, and this is why using a lot of paint can be very beneficial. Yes, you waste some, but the paint is not that expensive. It pretty much covered the whole side. I'm almost 100% certain the back's covered too, because I let so much run off. But I'll check that in a little bit so you don't see me lean all the way over. Yeah, this one, I love this one. The others aren't bad either. That little one's really cute. And the big one's really cute too. It's different. It's very bright. With a purple stripe pretty much down the middle. So do we have any other questions?
No, just everyone loves it. I think, I don't know. I find it hard to choose. I like them all for different reasons because art's just, I don't know, it's so subjective. You see different things in different things, but I think the consensus is everyone likes 3 the best.
Oh, really? Awesome.
The last one.
The last one the
Yeah.
best. And
Yeah.
you know what's funny? It's basically, I think I basically used the same colors that I did the first one with. I use the same colors. You don't see any yellow in there though, do you?
I mean, is
Sorry.
it yellow or is it like kind of like a washed out orange and white? Like around certain, like the
It
one I'm
looks-
looking at right now, like where the circle, like kind of
There's-
circle-ish is on the top left, like around the edges kind of looks like a fade, but it's not like a true bright yellow, not like a canary yellow, you know, it's like a washed out kind of mix, right?
I could take
I think it's really pretty.
close-up images and put them on my Facebook. You would see some really amazing differences and subtle differences that the cam is not picking up. It's just not picking them up. Yeah, I do think there's yellow in there because I do see some yellow. And look, gloves or not, I still end up with paint on my hands, just not as much. So yeah, I do think there was, but it's basically the same colors that I did with the first canvas. And it just looks totally different. But the first
Well,
canvas,
that's what we were saying. You could mix like, I don't know, 100 cups with the exact same paint, the exact same amount, the same sequence, everything, and you'd get 100 different paintings.
And you know, I think that there are cells forming in here too. I think they're just forming.
It looks like a lot of red cells.
They're orange.
Are they dark orange? Is that maybe like
Excuse my
that burnt
head.
orange I was talking about?
No, that looks red. So maybe I added red, yellow, orange in this one. Red, yellow, and orange. But I added white, and then I added paint, and then I added white. So if you wanted to do this then, or if I wanted to remember, I would actually have to go back, look at this video, and say, what order did I put this paint in the cup? And then you try to recreate it. How did I get it on the canvas? Well, it just kind of like, I just kind of poured it in the middle because we didn't get it flipped. It could have, had it sat there for a few minutes, it could have ended up looking totally different. Totally different. But it seems like that's kind of the way it goes. I do 3 and the third one always, to me, the third one tends to come out the best. And I have a mess on my board. There's paint everywhere. Here's the colors that I used. I used white. I don't want to drip that. Can you see over here on the edge? Can you see that?
Well, I'm going to have to wait 30
white,
seconds.
there's
I'm
white,
seeing your hand right now.
Yellow. Maybe I put magenta in there. I'm going to have to look back at the video. Because I mix, I mean, that's what happens too. You do 3 of them and then after you're done, the very last one is when you get something really awesome. And I'll turn that light off and you can see it changing. Like that's pure yellow light. But you can see the difference in the colors. The color's not correct, but you get an idea there. My shadow's in the way.
Jay has a very, very important question for you.
Yes, Jay.
Do you need anything special to get the paint off your hands when you're done? Oh, and good night, Chris. Thank you for joining us.
Chris.
Thank you for having me on your show. You were awesome. Let's all do it again soon.
It's
like
probably
tomorrow night.
Tomorrow. Oh, I do need to do a 24 by 36 at some point.
Oh, Chris, what is up with the UK? You guys observe daylight savings time, what, for like a month in 2 weeks? What's going on?
Yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It should be 6:45 for Chris. AM, is it not? It's crazy.
I don't know.
And I don't know what Arizona is doing. I'm Canadian, by the way, folks. Sarah's out in Texas, and I'm in Sydney, Nova Scotia, and I don't know. How can places just decide, no, I'm not going to go with the rest of the world?
I don't know, but
anyway.
let me
Back to painting.
his question.
Sorry.
He asked, how do I get the paint off my hands? Well, this paint right here, all of this is house paint and Artist Loft acrylic. This will come off with warm to hot water and soap. But you might not want some of this paint to go down your sink because it'll tend to clog your sink. So I buy those, I think they're Bounty with Dawn in them. You know, they have these paper towels with the soap in them. And basically I wet it and I scrub as much as I can off into that paper towel and then I rinse my hands. This, you're not going to have any problems getting off your hands. Sometimes the blue will stain worse than the other colors. If you use something else like pouring medium or golden polymer or probably the Deravan Matisse pouring medium that I'm expecting to arrive within a week, or a gloss gel. When you use those things in your paint, that doesn't want to come off. That really doesn't want. Pouring medium by Liquitex does not want to come off of your hands. Now, I found the easiest way to get that off, instead of scrubbing like this, is to actually peel it like this. Peel it off of your hand. Like if you know, like if you had a sunburn and you were peeling it off. So there you go. That's how this, I can just wash my hands with soap and water. No big deal. I just have to wash my hands a lot and they tend to get very dry. Like you can see right here, maybe, hopefully, I don't know. Right here, that's copper from my dragon painting, which I absolutely love. Y'all have to check that one out. That was a third painting as well. This is golden polymer medium, I think, maybe Liquitex. I think it's golden polymer medium and black diamond copper pigment. And that's not coming off. And I've washed my hands probably 20 times. It's not coming off. It'll have to wear off. Or if you get your hands soggy enough, like if you were in the shower for a long time, well, then even still, it'll take a few days for it to come off. So. All right, are there any?
And we have a late comer.
Woohoo!
We have good eye, mate. Sorry, busting into. Hello, Sue.
Hi, Sue.
From the land down under.
Awesome.
Thea asks, approximately how many pourings do you think you have done in total, and what have you done with them all? Oh, and Thea's Canadian too. Woohoo! Yay, Canada.
Okay, what have I done?
How many pourings do you think you've done in total?
Just pours. I have at least 30 paintings in my home right now. For sure.
And what do you usually end up doing with your paintings?
Well, this is spring break, y'all, and I was supposed to be setting up a website so that eventually I could start selling them, and I did my negative space pour, hoping that I could make a business card, which I did, but it's been a little bit crazy. My stepmom is in the hospital with encephalitis, and she was doing really bad for a while, but she's better, so I ended up spending like a whole day doing that, and then I'm a natural night owl. It is almost 1 o'clock in the morning and I'm wide awake. So I get up late and then I'll paint, and well, I've been painting. I'd rather paint than do a business card, but I need to do a website. I just have to find a good web hosting spot to where I want to have like a forum or a message board kind of, or a chat or something, so people can talk in there. Nothing huge, but it's not easy to really get hold of me on YouTube. You can message me on my Facebook artist page, but that's not like, many people ask the same questions, and it's just easier if I have a place like a message board where someone can ask a question, and or we can start different threads or something. I'm not sure. So I have to find a web hosting company that is good with that, but also allows me to embed YouTube videos. Not that every video is going to be on there, but maybe like the one I did with the 6 different boxes in it, the acrylic pouring 5 additives in a control. I think that is one that I would want to put on there. So yes, eventually I've started buying frames for them. They're framed. I have a lot of 8x10s. I have some 12x16s. I have some 11x14s. I pretty much have someone that wants to purchase a 24x36, so I have a commission that I need to be working on. But yes, eventually I can't just let them sit. I need to try to move them and sell them, with the hope that I can purchase a new camera or new lights, or like one of my viewers, Anthony Ryle, I hope I said his last name correctly, his daughter Katie has a way of painting that he asked me to try out, so that will be a forthcoming video. Those supplies didn't really cost much or anything, but I'm going to, yeah, hopefully try to move some of my paintings. And we have a thing in the fall called, I think, Goggle Arts Walk or something like that here in Fort Worth. And if I still have those many paintings, then I would like to participate in that. And I'm always looking to see if there's any contests I can enter or juried exhibitions and stuff like that. So hopefully that answered the questions.
Yeah.
So I'm watching too, and I'm going to be honest, it looks amazing. I would buy this
Oh,
painting.
Jay.
What does something like this
Oh,
go for? Send me a
yeah.
private message on my Facebook artist page, Jay. And usually artists will sell by the square inch. And if you're in Texas, I have to charge sales tax. Sorry. You know, I got to charge sales tax if you're in Texas. But we can definitely discuss it.
Well, that's fine. If anyone out there watching, if they're part of any, artist Facebook groups or follow any artists on Twitter or, because you never know who's watching and you never know who, whose in-law might be an art curator or someone is a security guard at a museum and is good friends with the owner. I mean, you don't know. You don't know. So please share this link, subscribe, hit the bell. I'm really, really pleased with the lack of buffering tonight. This was really, really good. I mean, yeah, a glitch or two, but I mean, in comparison, this was really good. And especially, when you have people asking questions and I don't know. It would be terrible as you lift the cup, it glitches, right? So.
Yes, if you watch some of my other streams, then you know what we're talking about. It was like 5 seconds buffer, 5 seconds buffer, 5 seconds buffer. So we have greatly, greatly improved. And I think that's because I set it up differently. I wasn't even sure it was going to work, but I set it up differently. So I'm glad you guys are hanging out with us tonight.
And, and sometimes it's YouTube. Because I've seen people with like top-notch equipment that stream all the time and have for years, and they get buffering. And one guy Saturday night, he had to try 3 times before he got a decent stream. Someone that has a telescope that streams the moon, he was having buffering. So I mean, sometimes it is actually YouTube. Not every time, but so sometimes there's nothing you can do. But you know what? It's free. It's fun. You have direct access to an artist.
Yeah.
She does, and like not only answers the questions, but if you miss a live stream and you message in the comments, like Christy did in Belgium.
No,
What happens when you do a pour over the varnished canvas?
I don't know if Christy's in Belgium.
Oh, sorry.
We were
not.
just
Sorry,
wondering
Christy.
what time it was because I do know that there's a lot of people like in France that watch, and I just wanted to know what time it was over there so that hopefully lots of different people can see. And I'm gonna have to figure out how to go and change the cover photo because it's blue and not one of my paintings was blue tonight. So if you if you look at the cover photo, it'll look different. So anyway, I want to thank everyone for watching. It was a pleasure talking to y'all, answering your questions. If you ever have any questions, you can always leave them in the comments or message me on my artist page on Facebook. I'd be happy to get back with you. I try to answer within an hour. Make sure that you subscribe to see more live videos. Now that I know this works, I can try to set some up in advance because I set it up differently. And I also will be posting another video pretty soon of, I think, the red, blue, and black ones that I did earlier this afternoon. And more experimenting. It's always fun to experiment. So thank you guys.
Nice
Thanks,
talking
Tia.
to you all.
Yes.
Thanks for
So
the support, guys.
thanks, guys. Talk to you later. Lots of love. Bye.